Hi everybody, it's Refresh and I'm here to bring you a sealed deck building for Rivals of Ixalan. I have 4 packs of Rivals of Ixalan here and 2 packs of Ixalan. Go ahead and open them up and see what we get. We have Sea Legs, Sun-Colored Raptor, Legion Conquistador, Recover, Jadecraft Artisan, Dusk Legion Zealot, Sworn Guardian, Traveler's Amulet, Kitesail Corsair, Relentless Raptor, Pitiless Plunderer, Cacophodon, Wayward Sawtooth as our rare, Soul of the Rapids in shiny form, and we have a City's Blessing card and a Double Face card. Pack number 2, we have Orazca Raptor, Moment of Triumph, Sailor of Means, Knight of the Stampede, Shatter, Gleaming Barrier, Exultant Skymarcher, Cleansing Ray, Jungleborn Pioneer, Strength of the Pack, Hornswoggle, Arterial Flow, Zetalpa Primal Dawn as our rare, a foil shiny Jungle Creeper, a Plains and a Treasure. Pack 3, we have a Sea Legs, another Sun-Colored Raptor, another Legion Conquistador, a Naturalize, another Dusk Legion Zealot, a Squire's Devotion, a Mutiny, a Shatter, a Gleaming Barrier, another Exultant Skymarcher, a Forerunner of the Empire, a Deadeye Brawler, a Daring Buccaneer, and a Tali Primal Storm, a Mountain, and a Emblem for Huatli. Then we have a Sailor of Means, a Swaggering Corsair, another Legion's Conquistador, a Sea Legs, a Recover, a Plummet, a Luminous Bonds, a Sworn Guardian, an Impale, a Foul Orchard, a Thunderherd Migration, a Golden Demise, an Admiral's Order, a shiny Swaggering Corsair, and a Double Face card and a Sampling Token. And now let's go to our Ixalan packs. Ixalan pack number 1. We get a Deadeye Tormentor, a Sure Strike, a Jade Guardian, a Shorekeeper, a Spell Pierce, a Ritual of Rejuvenation, a Wind Strider, a Fire Cannon Blast, a Spreading Rot, a Kumena's Speaker, Fiery Cannonade, Lurking Chupacabra. Oh wow, this is a really beat up card here, but it's the rare, it's the Tocatli Honor Guard, and then a slightly beat up Tishana's Wayfinder, Swamp, and a Vampire. It's kind of too bad that they came in already a little bit worn. Finally, we get March of the Drowned, a Nest Robber, a Shining Aerosaur, a Deadeye Tormentor, a Depths of Desire, a Deep-Root Warrior, a Colossal Dreadmaw, a Hijack, a Contract Killing, a Blinding Fog, a Imperial Lancer, Stormfleet Aerialist, Marauding Looter, Argwell's Bloodfast, a Double Face card, and a Treasure. So that's everything we have. Let's do some quick evaluations of each color. Let's take a look at white. The Imperial Lancer is not especially impressive. The Shining Aerosaur is not bad. The Tocatli Honor Guard's kind of a bear of sorts in this deck, or in Limited. A Ritual Rejuvenation is very unlikely to be played. Luminous Bonds is removal. The Legion Conquistador, the Exultant Skymarcher is pretty good. Legion Conquistador will be good because we have 3 of them. So Squire's Devotion's okay because at least it creates a guy. It's more Legion Conquistador. The Talpa's a game winner, but you have to get to 8, so you have to be able to ramp to play him. Cleansing Ray is sideboard tech. There's another Exultant Skymarcher. Moment of Triumph is okay for Trick, but not especially good, so we'll just put it near the bottom as well. And then there's the Legion Conquistadors. White has 1 bomb, and then 1 removal, and some decent guys. I don't mind white, so let's keep it in mind if it plays well with another color. Alright, let's take a look at blue. We've got a Stormfleet Aerialist, it's a good evasive creature. Depth of the Desire is decent tempo. Wind Strider is an okay evasive creature. Spell Pierce is not especially good in Limited. Shorekeeper is just okay. Admiral's Orders is basically just a counterspell. Sworn Guardian is a bear-ish. A Sea Legs is quasi removal. I think it's low quality removal. Sailor of Means lets us splash. There's another Sea Legs. Hornswoggle is an okay counter. It's not great, but it's quasi removal as well. I'll put it around with the Sea Legs. There's another Sailor of Means. There's a Soul of the Rapids, which is not bad as a finisher because it's hexproof. There's a Kitesail Corsair, which is another evasive creature. And another Sworn Guardian, which is not especially great, and another Sea Legs. Alright, we have some decent flyers, a little bit of tempo, and then some means of getting more treasure, and then just like mediocre removal. So blue doesn't look great. I think I'd only play it if it really matches up well with something else. Let's take a look at black. With black we have Arguel's Bloodfast, which is a pretty good way of drawing cards and getting through the game. I think it's strong. It's not great. It's not amazing, but it's pretty strong. So let's go ahead and keep that. Contract Killing is removal. Dead Tormentor is okay, card advantage sometimes. March of the Drowned is okay, card advantage if you have pirates. Lurking Chupacabra only works if you have the Explorer deck. Spreading Rot is pretty bad. Dead Tormentor again. Golden Demise is pretty decent board wipe / removal, so we'll keep that up front. Impale is good removal. Recover is okay. I might play that in a deck that has guys die and with good powerful creatures. Dusk Legion Zealot is pretty decent because at least it draws you a card. Arterial Flow is mediocre. Discard, so we'll put it back here. Pitiless Plunderer is okay if you're trying to ramp by killing things, I guess. I don't know. It's not especially impressive. I'll put it behind the Deadeye Tormentors. Another Dusk Legion Zealot, which I like, and another Recover. Overall, I'm not really impressed with black. I mean, it does have a couple premium removal cards, and you have to really commit to black to play them. The rest of the body of the cards, aside from Arguel's Bloodfast, isn't especially impressive. There's no real way to win the game with black here, although it does have some card advantage abilities. I like it a little better than blue. Let's take a look at red. With red we get a Hijack, which is not especially good, Nest Robbers, which is not especially good, Fire Cannonade is a kind of removal, Fire Cannon Blast is removal, Sure Strike is okay, Swaggin' Corsair is just okay, we got a few of those. Itali is a bomb, so that's really good. We have Daring Buccaneers, which are not especially good either, unless you're deep into pirates, and even then they're just okay. Forerunner of the Empire is good if you're in dinosaurs, but only if you're in dinosaurs. So we'll put it back here. Shatter is sideboard. Mutiny is kind of removal. It's not the best removal, but it's okay removal. Sun-Colored Raptors are okay, because at least they can pump themselves. Shatters. Orazka Raptors, just okay. I think I like it even less than the Swaggering Corsairs. And so red has a bomb, and it's a little bit of removal. It's not amazing, but the bomb and its body of mediocre creatures makes me want to play it, maybe. Alright, let's look at green. With green we have a Blinding Fog, which is pretty much not playable. It's sideboard tech. Colossal Dreadmaw is okay. Deep Root Warrior is okay. Aggro. Tishana's Wayfinder is not bad for another aggro card. Commander Speaker is only good if you're playing Merfolk. Jade Guardian's okay. Thunderhead Migration is not bad if you're playing the Dino Ramp deck. Plummet is good sideboard, but that's all it is. Naturalize is good sideboard, that's all it is. Strength of the Pack is good if you're going wide. We'll keep that as a maybe going wide. Jungleborn Pioneer is pretty good as far as creatures go. And Knight of the Stampede is also pretty decent as far as if you're trying to ramp with dinosaurs, along with a Thunderhead Migration. Wayward Swordtooth is only really good if you can get Ascend. Getting the extra land ability is not especially good, so this is a maybe. If I had like fight effects, it might get better, but it's not especially impressive. Cacaphodon is not bad. It's a decent blocker, and its ability is just okay. It's kind of like a pseudo-vigilance. And then we have a Jadecraft Artisan, which is okay as well. Giving a pump to a creature is not terrible. Alright, so green has some good bodies. Doesn't have any removal. Has some ramp. And has a way of going wide if I had a way of going wide myself. Alright, let's take a look at the multicolors. Red and blue gets a Marauding Looter, which is, it's a looter. It's a decent body, and it's a looter. Black and green gets a Foul Orchard. Blue and black gets a Deadeye Brawler, which is not bad. It's not amazing either. Jungle Creeper is pretty good in green and black, if you can play it. Relentless Raptor is pretty good in red and white if you're going on the aggro beatdown plan. But as it is, I think Of these cards, the blue and black and the black and green are the strongest. Marauding Looter and then Jungle Relentless Raptor at the very end, because you really want to be focused in order to use that. We have a little bit of fixing in Traveler's Amulet, but looking at everything overall, I don't really think I'm playing blue because it just doesn't have enough going on with it. And the other 4 colors are maybes, so we have to really think about the other 4 colors. Green has some of the best bodies, followed by white. The best removal is in black. White has 1 good removal. Bombs are in red and white. I'm not entirely certain how I want to approach this. We don't have enough fixing to really do a 3-color deck. And you have to commit to black if you're going to play this removal, whereas you don't have to commit with white. So I think white is for sure. And then I just have to think about how the rest of the deck works with what white has. The temptation is to play red and white just because we have 2 bombs, but there's no real ramp there. I'm not entirely certain how it's going to work. Let's pull these aside. Let's see what it looks like with just the 2 bomb colors. Very expensive, unlikely to get cast without help. So I would really need ramp to play that. White has a bunch of good 3-drops. I mean, Legion Conquistors are only good because there's 3 of them, and so it's like drawing cards. Squire's Devotion's alright. And then you have just like these guys, which I don't really want to play. So maybe white's out. Itali's pretty good. Fire Clan Bast is good removal. Fire Cannonade is probably not going to get played because it's a non-pirate wipe, especially considering how many well, it's just 3 creatures that die, and it's just that creature. Mutiny will get played. Sun-Colored Raptors, probably. Corsairs, probably. This is not looking like a especially good curve though. The Forerunner will get a dinosaur, but there's only get a bomb if we need a bomb. But yeah, this is looking like a pretty thin deck. Let's put these back. Let's see what it looks like if we take out white and just go aggro dinosaurs, because white is a pretty thin color. We still have Itali. We have the Swaggering Corsairs. Mutiny. Sun-Colored Raptors. Fire Cannon Blast isn't bad. Forerunner's Dinosaur Finder. And then these guys I don't want to play if I don't have to. But if we go green, we'll get that and that. Deep-Root Warrior's not bad. This is not bad. This is shaping up to be a decent looking aggro deck. Way of Ramping. Cacophedon. Craft Artisan's not bad. Knight of the Stampede will help us get there. With as wide as we're going, the strength of the pack might actually work. Craft Guardian. If there's a way to enchant that might be good. Wayward Swordtooth is not especially good. I don't think there's enough merfolk here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for you to be good. So this would be the green-red deck, which is just like dudes. Lots of dudes. And then 2 bits of red removal. And a way to go wide. Well, I guess we can count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's pretty short. I would have to come up with some other cards to play that I wouldn't mind playing, and that's not what I have here. So let's try a different pair here. We seem to have more green than anything else, so let's try the green-black combination. We'll take our strongest creatures overall, even without the bombs, pair it with our best removal color, and see what we can get here. Alright, we have an Impale, Contract Killing, Golden Demise, the Zealots, Arguel's Bloodfast, Tormentors, Plunderers, which isn't great, but it is kind of rampy. A couple ways to get back creatures or draw cards. And I don't love Arterial Flow, but I might play that as a Mind Rot, and then I'm not going to play any of these. So what do you have here? We have 2 bits of removal. Oh, and we have Jungleborn Creeper, which is pretty good, and the Foul Orchard. And that gets us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 cards altogether. But of these cards, I probably wouldn't play the Knight of the Stampede or the Wayward Swordtooth in this configuration, which now puts us down on playables again. Because there's only 1 or maybe 2 dinosaurs that the Knight of the Stampede really works on. And I don't think I'd play any of these artifacts. So now we're a little short. The recovers I don't think are going to make up for the weakness of the deck overall. Just not feeling like it's going to go wide enough for strength of the pack. I mean, it's a good spell, don't get me wrong, but I don't know that green has what it takes to get there. Let's see what green looks like with white as its other color. And we could think about splashing something if it becomes meaningful to do so. I don't think that this will work, but might as well give it a shot. Let's lay it out. Alright, going white-green gets us this deck. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 creatures and 4 spells. Again, that's a little short of an actual deck. So we've just tried green with everything, and it seems like green is just a little bit short in terms of every single color. So let's go ahead and put green away. Tried white and red, let's try white and black. The classic vampire colors. Bloodfast is nice. It's a lot of 3-drops. 2 cards short of a good deck, and I don't really have a way to ramp into Zatalpa, so I think white might not be one of the colors. Alright, let's try the pirates. Alright, this is kind of barely a deck. It's really short on creatures in a deck that really wants a lot of creatures. So I'm not sure I'm sold on this either. Maybe I actually need to consider blue. I've tried every other color combination here, and I'm not really pleased with the results. And because of the blue and the treasures that the Sailors of Means generate, I think it's possible to splash for a Deadeye Brawler, though I wouldn't love it. It almost seems like blue has enough playables. This isn't exactly an ideal configuration, especially having to splash. And these aren't all the greatest of creatures. Let's try a different pair with blue. Let's go with black. Okay, this doesn't really have much in the way of game winners here. Solar Rapids and Windstrider. Pretty short on creatures, a lot of spells, but I don't think this will get there. Alright, let's match it with white. This isn't much better, and it's a much uglier curve. With green, it's kind of short. Okay, I think I've tried every color combination, and every color combination here ends up feeling just a little short. So I think what I need to do is then aim for a 3-color combo. I think I'm going to center around blue because of the Sailors of Means to try to cast the splash cards. And that, I think, means that we are playing a Grixis Pirates deck. So let's see what the strongest pairing between blue, red, and black are, and then kind of go from there. I think it's going to be with red just because of Atali at the top. So let's say we get Atali. We'll want the Fire Cannon Blast. A way to get Atali. Body, Cannonade, Corsairs. The Raid working well with the Flyers. Looter for sure. I'm not sold on the Sun-Colored Raptors or the Nest Robber, but we'll go ahead and include them from now. And the Mutiny. And then the rest of these probably not. Alright. For black, what can we use to fill? You can't have the double blacks. Arguel's Bloodfast? Don't want the low drops. See, there's nothing I want to splash with black, except for you, and maybe Arguel's Bloodfast at the end game. Does this look like something that could work? It's not much in the way of removal. I guess this could work. Just splashing a little bit. There's not much in the way of removal. I'm really just trying to be aggressive so that I can get there and win. Relying on the Marauding Looter and the Deadeye Brawler to draw cards. This is really just a card advantage type of game that I'm playing here. And even then, I have 2 counters in here, which aren't great. The Cannonade is mediocre. It only blows out my 3 low-end dinosaurs, so it's not... and my Solar Rapids, which I guess that's bad. I don't have a way of boosting Solar Rapids either. But this does feel like the best curve that I can get. I have options, I have a bomb, and I have some removal. So let's try this. We'll cut out a couple cards here. Like, this is probably too many sea legs. And for being aggressive like this, maybe Sure Strike might even be good enough. I guess the Deadeye Tormentors are also an option if we're gonna be aggressive. Pitiless Plunderer might also be an option. So let's think about this and then cutting down from here. Now we don't want to go too deep into black. We really just want to splash it for the strongest of cards. So, okay, these are out. Maybe a Traveler's Amulet as well. Or the Gleaming Barriers might get us there too. I don't really like the Gleaming Barrier though. I mean, even though it does create treasure. But yeah, we actually do want swaps in here, because we need to be able to reuse Arguel's Bloodfast. So let's not overdo the treasures. Okay, let's see, what else are we cutting here? I think we're good on creatures. We probably have too many spells. I think Admiral's Orders can probably go. It's the least flexible and the least useful of the spells. Feels weird to cut a rare. I need to cut one more card. I don't like Forerunner given what we're playing. I also don't love Sea Legs. Let's cut the Forerunner and the Sea Legs. I think we should stick with just one and add more if we need them. That takes us to, I think this is our 23. It's a bit of an aggressive curve. We have some tempo, some removal, and then we're splashing for a couple of really good cards. All right, let's look at lands. We got 12 blue, 14 red, 2 black. Probably want 2 swamps, 8 mountains, and 7 islands. 2, 7, 8. Traveler's Amulet will count as the third of each one. I'll be right back with the lands. Okay, I have 7 islands, 2 swamps, and 8 mountains, and that is our deck.